welcome to Kiss My Comics. I'm Captain Danny, that's John Henry. I read one comic, he read more, as usual. Hey, what are you gonna do? I'm a businesswoman.
Who's counting?
You were. You made a big deal about it.
Not while we were filming.
So we're just gonna start. We're gonna talk about some Superman tonight, because, you know, that is coming out, and so that's very exciting. And, you know, some number ones that came out that we read, and it's going to be a great episode.
So, this week, probably not coincidentally, lining up with the release of Man of Steel, Superman Unchained, number one, brand new, New 52, therefore I assume it's going to be ongoing. Really fancy glossy cover, a little thicker. It's got a fold-out poster, which is actually one of the pages itself in there.
Superman's butt looks awesome for all you girls who want to put him up on your wall and in your lockers.
So basically, a bunch of satellites start falling out of orbit all at the same time, as if they were planned. Ooh. And so Superman fixes that because he's awesome. Apparently Clark Kent has quit the Daily Planet and went rogue to get the more, you know, human aspect of the stories.
Tell me he went digital too.
No, he's like totally like file cabinets in a dark room with no windows status. Because that's how Superman works.
But he needs the sun!
Not always working. And you get a bunch of quick, awesome little quips from Lex Luthor while he's reading the Iliad. And about how he's going to save Metropolis, and you've got you get a glimpse of this super secret, hidden, like deep down in the earth, like hidden military base that they're like hiding from Superman. Superman will never find this place, and then it shows like the real super weapon that they're hiding, and you see like two eyes behind like a big door, and I totally thought it was going to be Doomsday, but it wasn't. It was some other guy, new guy, the quote real Superman that the U.S. military has. So that's number one of this, and I'm gonna go see Man of Steel like 4 to 7 times probably with all of my friends. It's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited.
I still haven't even seen the Star Trek movie.
Star Trek was awesome. Iron Man 3 was awesome.
There it goes.
So many more coming out this summer.
Yeah, 2 Comic Nerds, you should add them to Facebook and us too. The 2 Comic Nerds have this really fun list of all the summer movies coming out and how excited they are to see them. And I really like their show, and I hope they know that, and I hope they watch our show.
Oh, and real quick, if you go see World War Z, the book will be much better.
Oh,
I just finished the book. The book is infinitely more complex and well done than the movie will ever be. Sorry, Brad.
To be assumed.
It's just a totally different way of storytelling. The book it's just different. Just read it. It's very good. Okay.
Okay. I read Masters of the Universe, The Origin of Hordak. And I have to say, I don't actually want to tell you what it's about, and I don't even really want to do an official review. I just want to read the first page for you. I read this whole comic out loud in funny voices, and it was a treat. It was so nice. It was good for me. It was good for me, and now I want to read a little bit for you guys. 1,000,000 years before the birth of Adam, I've forgotten when I struck my first blow, when I was baptized in shock and awe, when I first became a cosmic enforcer and went to war against the Horde. Centuries, too many to count. Too painful to remember except the disjointed images of blood and bone and horror. Always horror. This was to be the final battle, and it was. Creator's mercy it was. We were 1,000,000 strong, and we were decimated. And like the whole comic is like that exciting, that epic, and so it's totally great. And I highly suggest you read this. Just this one. I don't even care if you follow this series. Just get this one, read it out loud, decide. There's only 2 characters in this that have voices. They either talk in their head or they talk out loud. So just 2 funny voices, and you're good to go.
But you don't like Nazis.
I really don't like... I don't like Nazi stories. I need monsters, demons, gods, sorcerers, wizards, mutants. Not Nazis. I'm not into the Nazis. Unless it's Einstein Die, and that was a great movie.
Someone wasn't raised on Indiana Jones, maybe?
You know,
Cowboy?
Oh yeah, the Hellboy had a Nazi.
Monsters and Nazis. That's all he fights. Monsters and Nazis.
Well, the Nazi part in Hellboy is just the beginning. There's not more.
No, dude.
There's more Nazis later.
There's like Nazi gorilla Frankensteins and little floating heads of Nazi scientists, like mad scientists, and Nazi. I mean, they just keep springing up. They're linked to the
And Indiana Jones
Ragnarok.
isn't even about whoever the villain is. Indiana Jones is about Indy and whoever his partners at the time, dashing through
Except for
amazing escapes.
Two of the original three, he's fighting Nazis. I think they're trying to kill us, boy!
So good.
Okay, so this is new, Half Past Danger, and this cover is fantastic. It's just so much Indiana Jones / Rocketeer, and I love it so much they even fit in a little ninja down there.
Might have to lift it up. Remember, new camera angle.
So, it's quite good. It's also, the whole thing is done by one man, and I love it when it's all like a one-man team. So, starts out, first 8 pages, totally normal, like World War II comic. Jungle, looking for Charlie. They're in the Pacific Rim, like taking a Japanese-controlled island. And all of a sudden, they see like a bunch of Germans there, and they don't know what the Germans are doing in the Pacific. And then all of a sudden they hear a noise, and they all get ready to get attacked, and then there are dinosaurs everywhere.
Sweet!
Then there are dinosaurs everywhere.
He said once he did his spiel, I would really want to read it.
Yeah, and so then, at first it's just like one like medium-sized velociraptor looking-ish thing, but then there are T-Rexes. And everybody dies except for one guy who makes it back. He makes it back to back to the world so he can go be a drunk, and basically gets picked up by like a super team of like people that are trying to bring him back to the war because he's the only one that saw what the Axis have secretly. Blah 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 blah. I don't know.
Wait,
it's
are
only
the
one
Nazis
issue.
like secret weapon dinosaurs?
Maybe.
Oh my
That's,
gosh.
I feel like the Nazis and the dinosaurs, they're on the same island. In Japanese water for some reason. Only issue 1. It's very fun. That's worth your $3 right there. So Half Past Danger, and I like the cover, and I like fighting Nazis because it's just so
American.
Feels so right. I want gravy on everything while I kill Nazis. That is America. Ready?
Yeah, that's why I did the drum roll.
Okay. This week's John Henry's Why Don't You Love This Book Yet? Chew, who has not read this? Anyone?
People.
Chew, at the time when I picked it up, which was, I don't know, 3 years ago, it was probably one of the
more
most...
than 3 years ago.
Maybe 4. Probably the most original, just uniquely hilarious comic I'd ever written, and it's still...
That you've ever written?
Read. I secretly wished I had written it. That I'd ever read, and it's still, at this moment, I'm kind of spacing out as to what would beat it. I don't know. It's right up there with the Goon. The Goon's hilarious. But Chew's very amazing. It has a very unique feel to it. Look, it's just really funny. Won a ton of awards. Won like Best New Book of the Year. And it is about Tony Chew, who is a Sebopath, and that means that when he takes a bite of something and tastes something, he gets a psychic impression of that thing's past. So if he takes a bite of an apple, he sees the orchard where it grew up, and in the pesticides that were used on it, and like the people that plucked it and like took it in the little baskets like down to the market. And if he takes a bite of cheeseburger, he like sees the slaughter of the cow. And if he takes a bite of a dead body, he sees the murder and the killer. So
Yum, 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 yum.
he works for the government, and it's during this whole like bird flu epidemic killed millions across the world. So now the USDA is like the biggest law enforcement faction in America, because chicken is illegal, and so they're trying to take down like the the nationwide chicken conspiracy, all while, you know, fighting murderers and vampires and ninjas and everything else you can possibly imagine. Oh my god, it's so good.
I can't. It's been a while since I read this too, but was there like a chicken speakeasy in the
Pollo!
first?
Oh, speakeasy? Yeah. It's all underground. It's all underground. The chicken joints.
It's great.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's just so good. All the characters, all the writing, it's hilarious. And poor Tony Chio, because his boss hates him and makes him eat dead bodies and poop.
Oh yeah, forgot about the poop.
It's just so good. Every volume. So there's that. Read Chew.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
And tell your friends about our video. And like our video. And then like us on
that.
Facebook. And then go to Amazon and buy these things from us.
Yes.
And admire his sweater. And they're fist pumping. You see the glory. And also don't forget to appreciate Team Unicorn. And read comics and love wieners.
Sure. Fine.
If you got that good deal, come and buy it just to stay in the good food.
You forced the wiener on that one.
I did. You're right.
You forced.
Was it too obvious?
You forced the wiener